to everybody. I want to share a quick story of my experience. 2 days after the Tamil New Year, when I was going for my morning jog around the Coimbatore market area, I saw a poster on the compound wall which had a real estate ad, a villa in Tirunelveli for 18 lakhs. Okay. So that poster, the villa that was shown in the poster was very attractive. Okay, sit out from the first floor, something of this shape. There was a huge gate on the right side, aluminum gate, which looked very majestic. On the left side, there was a car parking. So, I was somehow attracted to that ad. Okay, so I didn't want to go for a bank loan, EMI and all that, because I'm very used to getting a lot of financial advice almost every day from the experts in the industry. Ramya, Krishnan, Radhika, Tamanna, they all say, if you have gold, you can easily make money. Okay, so another attractive, no, please stop Tamanna. Attractive, I'm switching up. Another attractive thing that I found in the poster was there's a free site visit. Okay, so I took a cab and took the ride in the cab. I didn't know that the cab rider will take me for a ride, but nevertheless, I continued my journey. And half a kilometer before Tirunelveli railway station, he stopped. So at a petrol bunk, I thought, okay, the sign will be here. Then he said, sir, don't get down. I'm just filling my tank here. Okay, then we proceeded, and it went on and on and on. Next he stopped. That was again for filling the petrol only. And finally, after some long journey, he stopped near a tea shop. Okay, I was very, very tired. And all five people in the tea shop were talking in Telugu. Okay, so I asked him, is it Tirunelveli? Sir, no sir. Greater Chennai Corporation but this is Greater Tirunelveli. Okay, I thought he is trying to make me a greater fool, but nevertheless, near the tea shop, that layout was there. And I was searching for the villa which was there in the picture. But finally, he showed this is the house. So it was within 600 square feet. During my second standard, I used to take a chart paper, and there used to be a thermocol project on making a house for the project submission at school. It was like that. So the imagined reality. Meantime, my wife called me. Then jail trainer, I told her, so that happened, and then finally the imagined reality of the villa. The imagined reality versus actual reality, there was a very, very big difference. I speak in different colleges, and I have a lot of professors as my friends as I conduct faculty development programs. One of the things that I have known from them is that when they started their career, they had an imagined reality that they are going to dedicate 100% of their time for their students and bring them up. That kind of enrichment they will get from their job was their imagined reality. But as with all the hype and imagination, as most of them go through that journey, some 20% of their time gets into this MBA accreditation, documentation. Some 10%, 20% gets into the class advisor role. Some part of it gets into alumni association, club activities, and doing some research papers which are not related to your core subject. So the actual, the way that you imagine the role to be and what the reality, there is a big difference. And even amidst that, you are still making a big difference to the student community. And this awards from Ramfo is a means for you to realize that you are making that big difference and feel proud of yourself. How many of you here don't take junk food at all and you are very, very nutritious conscious? You can. Oh, super, man, super, very good. அவங்களுக்கு மெனு பார்த்தீங்க. Okay, you too, Balaji?
No, actually, what percentage?
Okay, so when someone consciously chooses nutritious food, what do you think of that person? Consciously nutritious food மட்டும் தான் தேடி போறாங்க அப்படின்னா என்ன நினைப்பீங்க? They are conscious about their own health, right? But if that person is a pregnant lady, What does it mean? That person cares for the present state health and the future state health of their child. As an analogy, as professors, you go towards going into a lot of webinars, being picky and choosy, just to see that you provide nourishment to your students. So hats off to you for that. So since you are used to handling a lot of lessons every day, I want to give some 8 bite-sized lessons through this session. How many of you here have received at least 7 awards in your career? At least 7 awards. Super, super, very good, very good, very good. Albert Einstein received only 7 awards. Okay, that is number 1. And number 2, Mahatma Gandhi was nominated 5 times for Nobel Prize and he never got qualified for the Nobel Peace Prize. So the lesson 1 is award is certainly an indicator of your merit and worth, and there is also an element of fortune associated with getting an award. So accept this award with gratefulness, accept it with pride, but do not consider award as the only yardstick for evaluating everybody else. That is lesson number 1. Number 2, when Kamaraj was the CM of Tamil Nadu, there was one university which had sent a letter, and his secretary read out that letter and said that, sir, there is a happy news for you. Kamaraj asked, what is that? He said, sir, this university wants to confer an honorary doctorate for you. Kamaraj was thinking, this guy asked, sir, why are you thinking so much? No, if they are giving an award for Jayaprakash Narayanan or for Rajaji, it is okay. I am not such a qualified fellow. Why should they give me an award? Do one thing. Next week, go uninformed and conduct an audit in that university. Okay, so these are the days where people will randomly receive mails, you have been nominated for this award, like that. So when you are getting a specific award without any knowledge of yourself, do a background check. That's lesson number 2. Oscar Awards, which started as, it's also known as Academy Awards. 1929 is when it first started. When it started, there were not too many categories like this. You have best sound effects, best sound mixing, best sound editing, original soundtrack. Those days, 1929, if at all there is sound in the theater, somebody should be clapping or somebody should be snoring. Only that was the case. So Charlie Chaplin in 1929, he was nominated for 4 award categories. For best script, best direction, best acting, production, like that. He was nominated and he was on the top of the list. That panel thought that if all these 4 awards are to be given to Charlie Chaplin, then he will take almost 1/3 of the awards which are designated in that function, and they removed his name for all those 4 and gave him 1 honorary award. So if at all you apply for an award somewhere, and if you don't receive that award, think that maybe you are too big for that award. That's lesson number 4. When N.G. Ramachandran was the chief minister here, he was giving state awards function for the Filmfare Index. So, best actor, he had a lot of fan following, a lot of people clapped, there was thunderous applause visible in the auditorium. Best heroine, again, there was a lot of people who were, howling and welcoming. Then, after some time, the best supporting actor award came. So, Delhi Ganesh in early 1980s was not that popular. So, he got onto the stage. So, when he got onto the stage, the claps almost died. There were hardly some 3 or 4 people who were clapping. And he was feeling very embarrassed. He is also an actor, he is an award winner, but he doesn't get that recognition. So NGR hugged him and told the audience, every award recipient, regardless of their background, is equally important. So there may be people who may not be as qualified as you, but still may be winning certain awards in certain other arenas. So please do take time to recognize and congratulate them, regardless of how big or how small it is. That is lesson number 5. Kanchi Paramacharya, the Mahapriyama, right? He had a title. What was that? Jagadguru, that was how he was called. He had some good following here. There were also some foreigners who were following. So one of the foreigners happened to stay in his ashram, and there was one event where he was to deliver this sermon. So there was posters all over that town. Some people were coming closer to the venue, they were looking at the poster, then taking their cycle, making U-turn, going out. Some people did not bother to, their houses were close to the venue, but they didn't bother to even enter and check out what is happening. So this foreigner had a doubt. He asked Mahaprabhu, so, sir, I have a doubt, but please don't take me wrong. I know this question could embarrass you, but please don't take me wrong. People call you Jagadguru, but which means Guru of the world. But I don't think everybody in the world follows you. Some people don't even care. So what do you think about it? Then he smiled and said, why do you consider Jagadguru as Guru of the world? The world starts with Jagat and then Guru. So I take world as my Guru. So as you take this award and you publish it in social media, so announce it with all the humility, even though you may have a lot of pride in you. That is lesson number 7. There is a Nobel Prize winner from Indian background, Author Venkat Kumaresan. He got Nobel Prize for which subject in 2008-2009, chemistry. So Author Venkat Kumaresan, when he got that Nobel Prize award and there was a function, one of the persons had asked him, what is your message to the audience? He was thinking that he will give some motivational advice or anything. And Ramakrishna Venkat said, very simply, see, I have got only one email ID. I send a lot of research papers, people respond to me on that email ID. But what has happened in the last 4 days is, many people are sending me a lot of congratulation emails. So I'm not able to attend to my work. So please don't send all those emails to me. I want to be focused on my work. That is what he said. So the lesson number 7 is, yes, take pride, but don't allow the hangover of a recognition get into every day. Idikam varungal nagaga mari pugal varungal nagaga. Just move away, move ahead from that. And even, of course, even there was a period when superstar was acting in a purely commercial movie. Any movie he acts will be a hit. So that was the case. So I think that was some 20 years ago. During that period, he was interviewed by an English newspaper. So he was asked, so what do you always keep in mind? He said, I know I am a superstar, but I have to prove it in every movie. So you win a rare award today, but in every other moment, you have to, you have the responsibility to prove your meritworthiness towards it. That's lesson number 9. And the last one is a story of a Canadian swimmer, Lawrence Lemieux, an Olympian whose dream was to win an Olympian gold medal. He participated in 1984 Olympics. He was from a very poor background. So competitive sailing is a little costlier sport. So for making money for that sport, he did repair of boats. He lived in a van for more than 10 years and he collected money for that, and finally he got into 1984 Olympics. He didn't win the medal. So he practiced again. Now 1988 Seoul Olympics was coming closer. He knew that age was not on his side. Now he is 33, so he was not having that kind of a stamina that he used to have before. So if he wins, then he wins, otherwise next Olympics he may not qualify also. So he was in that condition. So the race was going on in the sea. So he was coming second in the race. So his dream of winning a gold medal was getting very, very close. Unfortunately, what happened was there was a very high tide during the period, and there was another sport which was going on, some few meters away, and he could see that a boat had got capsized. There were 2 people, sportsmen in that. The boat had got capsized, and it did not seem that they were in a comfortable position. So he was calling, do you want any help? They could not hear, but he could sense that they need some help. So he stopped, he took a U-turn, went there, held both of those Singapore participants, waited until the rescue team came, and then at last made sure that they were safe and then proceeded in the race. It's not a Tamil movie scene, so he didn't win the first prize. He came 22nd in the race. So when you reach a stage where you win a lot of awards, the lesson number 10 is find a way to identify somebody for whom an award will be of help and help them get that recognition. So that's the thing. There is a interesting saying. I told you a lot of things, but you may not agree with me on everything. There is a saying: if two people always agree, one person is useless. If two people always disagree, both are useless. I'm sure that there will be certain things which you disagree with me. I'll be happy to come down there and have a chat with you on that. Thank you. Wish you all the best.